Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When it comes to 1,000 Pound Sisters, fans expect plenty of emotional roller coasters, dramatic weight loss updates, and personal milestones from the Slaton family. Tammy Slaton's recent glow-up, complete with a jaw-dropping makeover and her journey into newfound independence, has dominated headlines. But just as the spotlight seemed to settle on Tammy, her younger sister Amy Halterman née Slaton quietly achieved something even bigger, something that not only stunned fans but also shifted the conversation entirely. Amy just hit a major money-making milestone, one that many reality stars never accomplish, and it might be the single most important chapter in her story yet. This milestone has left the fandom buzzing, with many realizing that Amy, once dismissed as Tammy's supportive but struggling sidekick, has now carved out her own empire, one that could overshadow even Tammy's most celebrated transformation. To understand the significance of Amy's accomplishment, we need to look closely at her past struggles, her financial battles, her path to independence, and how she managed to turn years of pain into profit and prosperity. The humble beginnings, Amy's life before fame. Amy's story has always been intertwined with Tammy's, both sisters facing the struggles of obesity, financial hardship, and a lack of resources in their small Kentucky town. Long before TLC cameras arrived, Amy was the one filming quirky YouTube videos in her living room. These videos weren't glamorous, just Amy being herself, sometimes with Tammy joining in, sharing makeup tutorials, food challenges, and candid chats about their lives. It was through YouTube that Amy first got a taste of attention, but it was far from lucrative. For years, she and Tammy struggled to make ends meet. Fans who now see Amy thriving might forget that she once had to carefully budget every grocery trip and often relied on dollar store finds to support herself and her family. When TLC introduced 1,000 Pound Sisters in 2020, it was a game changer. Suddenly, Amy's candid personality and genuine warmth captured millions of viewers. While Tammy became known for her fiery temper and uphill battle with weight loss, Amy quickly became the relatable sister. She wanted a family, she wanted love, and she wanted a chance to live a healthier, more stable life. Still, even with reality TV fame, money wasn't immediate or abundant. TLC salaries, especially in the early seasons, weren't anywhere near Kardashian-level checks. Amy often talked about wanting to give her children more than she had growing up. The desire to break generational cycles of poverty and struggle weighed heavily on her. Amy's breakthrough, how she turned struggles into success. The turning point came after Amy gave birth to her two boys, Gage and Glenn. Motherhood not only gave her a new sense of purpose, but also fueled her determination to provide financial security. Unlike Tammy, whose storyline centered mostly around health crises, Amy diversified her presence beyond the show. She expanded her YouTube channel, monetized her social media accounts, and began collaborating with brands who recognized her relatability as an everyday mom. Fans loved watching Amy test new products, share real parenting moments, and showcase her down-to-earth humor. At first, these sponsorships and collaborations trickled in slowly. But by the time 1,000 Pound Sisters had cemented itself as one of TLC's most watched shows, Amy's platform had grown into a mini-empire. She wasn't just a cast member anymore, she was a full-fledged influencer. Her earnings multiplied through sponsored Instagram posts promoting household goods and parenting essentials. YouTube ad revenue boosted by millions of loyal fans watching her videos. Merchandise launches, where fans could buy t-shirts, mugs, and other items emblazoned with her favorite sayings and catchphrases. Cameo appearances, where Amy charged fans for personalized video shoutouts. Each new stream of income built upon the last until Amy hit the financial milestone she had once thought impossible, a six-figure annual income. The milestone that changed everything. For Amy, this money-making milestone isn't just about dollar signs, it represents freedom. Growing up, money was always tight. As adults, both Amy and Tammy often found themselves limited by financial struggles, which made weight loss, healthcare, and lifestyle changes even harder. Now, Amy has broken through that cycle. Reports suggest that she recently crossed the $500,000 net worth mark, a huge leap from where she started just a few years ago. What's even more impressive is that this wealth is self-made, not inherited, not handed over by a wealthy partner, but built brick by brick from reality TV, influencer work, and her own creativity. Fans immediately noticed how Amy's lifestyle began to change. She upgraded her home environment, ensuring her boys had more space and comfort. She invested in better quality products, from strollers to furniture, and she's been able to take her children on trips that once seemed out of reach. And while Amy doesn't flaunt her money the way some influencers do, the difference is visible. She's glowing with a confidence that only comes from financial stability. Tammy's makeover versus Amy's empire. Here's where the comparison becomes unavoidable. Tammy's makeover has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. After years of being confined to her home and fighting for her life, Tammy now walks independently, sports a stylish new wardrobe, and radiates a newfound confidence. Her weight loss is inspirational, and fans have celebrated her every step of the way. But makeovers, even life-changing ones, are fleeting moments in the world of reality TV. While Tammy's transformation has captivated audiences, Amy's financial milestone carries a different kind of weight. It's not just about appearance, but sustainability. In other words, Tammy's makeover turned heads, but Amy's money-making milestone is what builds a lasting future. Behind the scenes, fans have speculated that there might be subtle tension. Sibling rivalry has always been part of the Slaton dynamic, and while Tammy basks in the glow of her physical achievements, Amy's financial independence might feel like a quieter, but equally powerful victory. Some fans even argue that Amy's success overshadowed Tammy's transformation. After all, weight loss and makeovers can be celebrated in the moment, but financial empowerment changes lives for generations. Fans' reactions, divided but fascinated. The 1,000-pound sisters fandom is never shy about opinions, and reactions to Amy's milestone have been divided. Team Amy fans applaud her for stepping out of Tammy's shadow and securing financial independence. Many celebrate her role as a mom who's building a better life for her kids. Team Tammy fans argue that nothing can overshadow Tammy's health journey. For them, being alive and thriving after years of struggling is the ultimate win. Others see it less as a competition and more as a beautiful evolution for both sisters, Tammy gaining health, Amy gaining wealth. Still, social media lit up with comparisons. Some fans pointed out how Amy's achievements seem to have more practical, long-term benefits than Tammy's makeover, especially since finances can impact access to healthcare opportunities and security. Amy as a role model for single moms. Perhaps the most important aspect of Amy's milestone is what it means to her role as a single mom. After separating from her husband, Michael, Amy faced one of the scariest realities any mother can face: raising children on her own without guaranteed financial support. Instead of folding under the pressure, Amy rose to the occasion. She used her platform wisely, turned her hardships into content that resonated with fans, and built financial stability at a time when she needed it most. In doing so, she's become an unexpected role model for other single mothers. She proves that even when life throws curveballs, even when you start with almost nothing, it's possible to create a future where your children thrive. What's next for Amy? Now that Amy has hit this financial milestone, the question becomes, what's next? Based on her trajectory, there are several paths she could take. Expanding her brand, Amy could launch more products, perhaps even a parenting line or a cookbook, leveraging her relatability. More reality TV opportunities. With her newfound popularity, TLC could spin her off into her own series focusing on life as a single mom. Social media growth. Amy's TikTok presence is growing, and she could easily double down to connect with younger fans. Investing in her children's future education funds, property ownership, and other long-term investments could secure her boys' futures. One thing is certain, Amy isn't slowing down. If anything, this milestone has only opened new doors. The bigger picture, why Amy's story matters. Amy Slatton's journey from struggling YouTuber to financially independent mom isn't just reality TV fluff. It's a reflection of resilience, creativity, and the power of relatability. In a world where influencer culture often feels out of touch, Amy stands out as someone who built wealth not by pretending to be perfect, but by showing her imperfections. Her success reminds fans that transformations aren't always about appearances. Sometimes, the biggest glow-up comes in the form of financial freedom, stability, and the ability to give your children a better life. Amy's money, Tammy's makeover, and the Slatton legacy. In the ever-evolving saga of 1,000-pound sisters, both Amy and Tammy are winning in different ways. Tammy's makeover proves that health miracles are possible even against all odds. Amy's financial milestone proves that success doesn't always come from dramatic physical changes. It can come from quiet determination, persistence, and a little business savvy. For fans, the real joy is watching both sisters evolve, each in their own way. But if we're talking long-term impact, Amy's money-making milestone might just be the crown jewel of the Slatton sisters' journey so far, overshadowing even Tammy's most glamorous makeover. Because at the end of the day, makeovers may turn heads, but money makes futures. And for Amy Slatton, the future has never looked brighter. Reality television thrives on transformations. From dramatic weight loss journeys to glamorous glow-ups, fans tune in to watch the extraordinary unfold before their eyes. For years, 1,000-Pound Sisters has given viewers just that, chronicling the lives of Amy and Tammy Slatton as they navigated health battles, family struggles, and the pressures of fame. Most recently, Tammy has commanded attention with her stunning makeover, shocking fans with her progress after years of near-fatal health scares. Her transformation has been splashed across headlines, celebrated as nothing short of a miracle. But just as Tammy was basking in her newfound spotlight, her younger sister Amy quietly accomplished something equally significant, if not more so. Amy reached a major money-making milestone that catapults her from reality TV star to independent powerhouse. It's a development that doesn't just redefine her role in the Slatton family, but also shifts the narrative of the show itself. Amy's financial success story has become the kind of underdog triumph fans love, and in many ways, it may end up overshadowing Tammy's makeover. Because while appearances capture attention, financial empowerment builds lasting legacies. This is the story of how Amy Slatton rose from humble beginnings, endured the shadow of her sister's struggles, and built a thriving empire that secures her children's future while rewriting her own. Life before the spotlight. Amy's early struggles. Before Amy's name was known beyond Dixon, Kentucky, she lived a life familiar to many working-class women in small-town America. Money was tight, opportunities were few, and daily survival often meant putting aside dreams in favor of practicality. Amy was always the quieter of the Slatton sisters. While Tammy often drew attention with her sharp personality and fiery outbursts, Amy's humor and relatability simmered just beneath the surface. The sisters grew up close, bonded by shared struggles with obesity, financial hardship, and a yearning for something more than the limitations around them. Amy's earliest attempts at building a platform came through YouTube. Long before TLC cameras arrived, she uploaded quirky videos that showcased her personality, makeup tutorials, snack reviews, and candid chats. Viewers weren't drawn in by production quality, they came for Amy's honesty and charm. Still, YouTube ad revenue was minimal, and the dream of making a living online felt distant. In those days, Amy's aspirations were simple yet profound: to have a family, to be healthy enough to enjoy them, and to break free from cycles of poverty that had defined much of her upbringing. Fame arrives, TLC's 1,000-Pound Sisters. When 1,000-Pound Sisters premiered in January 2020, it felt like lightning striking. The show offered an intimate glimpse into the Slatons' lives, balancing humor with raw vulnerability. For the first time, millions saw Amy not just as Tammy's younger sister, but as a woman with her own goals, struggles, and dreams. Amy's storyline resonated deeply with viewers. She wasn't chasing fame, she was chasing motherhood. Her journey toward weight loss was motivated by her desire to become a mother safely, a narrative that tugged at fans' heartstrings. The contrast between the sisters also became clear. Tammy's battles with mobility, temper, and denial often took center stage, painting her as the dramatic figure of the show. Amy, meanwhile, was portrayed as the nurturing one, juggling her health goals with marriage and her longing to start a family. The show brought both sisters fame, but fame doesn't always equal fortune. TLC reality stars, particularly in the early seasons, rarely earned staggering salaries. Amy and Tammy were gaining popularity, but financial stability was still far from guaranteed. Motherhood as a turning point. For Amy, everything changed the moment she became a mother. In November 2020, Amy welcomed her first son, Gage. 2 years later, she gave birth to her second son, Glenn. Motherhood gave her life new urgency. Every decision was now filtered through the lens of what would best support her boys. This urgency pushed Amy to expand beyond TLC. While Tammy's focus was primarily on her health battle, Amy diversified her opportunities. She continued uploading to YouTube, grew her Instagram following, and started collaborating with brands. Her relatability became her biggest asset. Fans weren't looking for polished perfection. They wanted realness. And Amy delivered, sharing unfiltered parenting moments, product reviews, and slices of everyday life that felt authentic in an influencer landscape often dominated by curated falsehoods. Bit by bit, Amy turned her platform into income. Sponsored posts began trickling in. YouTube revenue climbed as her following grew. Cameo appearances offered another revenue stream, with fans paying for personalized video messages. She even dipped her toes into merchandise, selling items that capitalized on her humor and catchphrases. What started as supplemental income gradually snowballed into something more substantial. The money-making milestone. By 2025, Amy had achieved what once seemed impossible. She crossed the $500,000 net worth mark. This wasn't a single windfall, it was the result of careful, incremental growth. Her income streams included TLC salary. With the show's growing success, Amy's per-episode earnings increased significantly by the later seasons. YouTube monetization. Her consistent uploads and loyal fanbase provided steady ad revenue. Brand partnerships, parenting products, lifestyle goods, and weight loss tools found natural promotion through Amy's platform. Cameo videos. Fans happily paid for her warmth and humor delivered directly to their phones. Merchandise sales. T-shirts, mugs, and other items became small but consistent moneymakers. For Amy, this wasn't just about crossing a financial threshold. It symbolized breaking free from a past where money was a constant source of stress. It meant her boys wouldn't grow up with the same limitations she once knew. It meant she could breathe easier, plan for the future, and enjoy life without the constant worry of what if. This milestone marked Amy's arrival, not just as Tammy's sister or a TLC cast member, but as a businesswoman in her own right. Tammy's makeover versus Amy's money. At the same time Amy was celebrating financial success, Tammy was undergoing her most dramatic transformation yet. After years of failed attempts and near-death experiences, Tammy finally committed to her health. She underwent bariatric surgery, dropped hundreds of pounds, and began embracing life with a newfound sense of independence. Her makeover, complete with stylish clothes, a more confident demeanor, and glowing health, became the centerpiece of 1,000-Pound Sisters. Fans cheered her on, and rightly so. Tammy's progress was nothing short of remarkable. But while Tammy's makeover dominated headlines, Amy's financial success quietly redefined her narrative. Makeovers, after all, capture attention in the short term. Money, however, builds stability for the long haul. The comparisons were inevitable. Was Tammy's makeover the bigger story, or was Amy's milestone the real game changer? For many fans, Amy's achievement held more weight. Tammy's transformation was inspiring, but Amy's financial independence offered a model for long-term empowerment, especially as a single mom raising 2 young boys. The fandom reacts. The 1,000-Pound Sisters fandom, passionate and outspoken as always, had plenty to say about the contrast between Tammy's makeover and Amy's money-making milestone. Team Amy celebrated her as the ultimate success story, a mother who turned hardship into opportunity and secured a brighter future for her family. Team Tammy insisted nothing could overshadow her health journey, which literally saved her life. Balanced fans saw the sisters' milestones as complementary, Tammy's makeover as a triumph of health, and Amy's milestone as a triumph of financial independence. Social media buzzed with debates, memes, and speculation about what the sisters' next moves would be. Amy as a role model. Beyond reality TV drama, Amy's milestone carries deeper significance. For many viewers, especially single mothers, she's become a role model. She demonstrates that success doesn't always require perfection. She's messy, funny, and flawed, but she's also resilient. She shows that with persistence and creativity, it's possible to transform your circumstances, even if you start with very little. Amy represents a different kind of glow up. Not one measured in pounds lost or inches dropped, but in stability gained and futures secured. The road ahead. Now that Amy has crossed this financial threshold, the possibilities are endless. She could launch a parenting brand or line of products, write a memoir chronicling her journey from small-town struggles to financial independence, star in a spin-off show focused on her life as a single mom, invest in her children's futures through education funds or property ownership. Whatever she chooses, one thing is clear: Amy is no longer living in Tammy's shadow. She's built her own empire, and it's only just beginning. Why Amy's milestone matters. The story of the Slatton sisters has always been about more than weight loss. It's about resilience, reinvention, and the pursuit of a better life. Tammy's makeover is a testament to the power of persistence and second chances. Amy's money-making milestone, however, highlights another kind of transformation, the kind that ensures stability and security for generations to come. For fans, the beauty lies in seeing both sisters succeed in their own ways. But if one milestone edges out the other in long-term impact, it might just be Amy's. Because while makeovers turn heads, money makes futures, and Amy Slatton has secured hers.